All right, yesterday I told you we were going to work on the guts. This is what I call, you're going to learn the Joey Royale poor boy swipe today. This is where I steal things and make them my own, all right? So I just showed you how to do a new page. Nice virginal white page. How can we mess this up? We're going to place an image. This one really spoke to me. We dropped it in there, and then we're going to scale it down by dragging it by the corner so it all goes together. Let's put it in the middle there. All right, beautiful. Now, here comes the Joey Royale poor boy swipe. You go to your tools, and this is the object selection tool. It looks like a cylinder, right? So you got the clock over here. It takes a little bit for the brain to start working. I don't know if you have to do this or not, but I'll click it and make a box over it just because. I don't know. I don't even know if it does anything. Maybe it just kills time. Anyways, boom. You do that, and magic happens, friends. All right? Look at this. See the green? It's smart. It's going to take all that. Now I want her. I want the fingers, her beautiful nails she just got done at Aunt Barbara's house, and this little wood thing here, and the that panel behind it, because to me, this looks like a great opportunity to have this lady holding some kind of picket sign. All right, boom. I got that there too. Look at this. It's all connected. Got the hammer there. I'll fix that later on. Yeah, you just go around, you make sure you got everything. And then, very simple, I'm going to cut it. Watch. Boom. She's gone. Disappeared into the ether. Now what I do here is I delete everything that's remaining. Yeah. And then I just paste what I had, and look what you got. It's coming there. Boom. See that? You don't even need to be all exact and, take down and erase and blur and all that. No, we got the whole thing. It's like we cut it right out of the catalog, So, this is what I want to do. I want to take some of the existing material that we have from this, whatever this is, this panel. And because I like the texturing a little bit and the shading, I use the object selection brush, all right? And look at that. This is not the tool I used before. This is the brush version, so it gives you a little bit more control. I'm going to take this piece right here. I'm going to do the poor boy swipe, cut it out. Boom. It's gone. There you go. All right? Now I use that object selection, and then I'm going to paste it up there and get it out of the way, because I'm going to come back to that in a little bit. All right, let's see what I do next. Yeah, now I'm doing the object selection tool again, or the brush, and I'm going to get rid of all that stuff hanging off the bottom there from that panel. We don't want that. So you go over. Watch this. Boom. It does it all itself. Like I just move it around a little bit. Get all the little scrim on these sides, and then pretty soon it kind of figures out what I'm doing, and it's going to eat up this whole thing. Yeah, nice. Yeah, get the edges, make it nice. You see that click right there? Does a lot of that for you. It's not perfect. You got to go back sometimes and fix it. Now, you can adjust this as you're doing it, I believe by pressing the control button and your clicker. And that's what I'm doing here. And I'm making sure it lines up a little bit better with the edge of the wood. Oops, see that? I went too far, so now I'm doing the control and reducing it. Yeah. All right, so I fast forward a little bit. I did a little bit of editing to get us where we go. I did the smart select and got rid of that stuff. And now I clicked on the vector. If you see that up in the left, I clicked on vector and clicked on that little scrap we did before. And I pressed crop, vector crop, because what I want to do is make sure I got a nice rectangular box to work here with, which I will then just click on the pointer, and like we always do, we are gonna expand it. So what I'm doing here is I'm lining it up, and that very top button up there that I'm pointing at right there, that's gonna allow you to turn the shape to line up with the picket board here. I'm gonna stretch it a bit here, you see? Yeah. And then let's give it some height. There you go. And stretch out a little bit over there. And then we're going to make it tall. But what you're going to see here is that it's too dark for my liking. All right, so we got to work on that. So that's the next thing, okay? Look at that. She's got a picket board looking great. I wonder what's her problem. What is she protesting? All right, what I'm doing here, I'm just lining it up again. I use my, I got rid of the magnet button up in that top right that I told you about before, so I can move this around a little bit more freely and have it all line up nicely. Yeah, okay, now we're going to move on to changing the brightness of this so it makes a little bit more sense, okay? All right, so what you got to do here is you got to go down, you got to go in your layers box and make a new layer. And you're going to drag, what I'm doing is I'm dragging that box that we made up into the layer because I only want to change the brightness or contrast of just the board. I don't want to change the lady in the wood. So I had to separate it or else it's going to do it all together, all right? So what do I do here? Brightness, contrast, I adjust that to my liking. You see? Look. See, that changes and everything else stays the same. That's nice. So that's why you got to do the other layer or else everything changes with it. All right? And that's decent enough for now for the exposition. And we go back to our old friend. What am I moving this around a little bit again? Yeah. But what I'm going to do then is I go to our old friend, the text box, and we're going to add some text to this so this woman can speak her mind. Yeah, so now we go to our friend, the text box tool. You make your little text box. Very simple. And I don't know. Let's just use the title in here. Maybe this will be my inner cover or maybe the intro page. We're going to get it right in the centered and justified. Right in the middle. Horizontally and vertically. All right, and now we're going to type. And you see what I did? I don't know if you caught this, but I also used that top little ball up there to slant the text as well. So let's just do the title, all right? What are they building in there? I still got the gold. So I'll go back. I'll make it black because the inside of the zine is going to be black and white. So you'll see I just go totally black, go up there, go down to a black, boom. And let's see what we got there. Yeah, now let's add a little pizzazz. We go to the fonts. Got a whole bunch of wacky ones in there, but I want this to be not too wacky, you know? Make a statement, but not go nuts. What is that? Arial? No, that's a good one. Yeah. And then we'll put it in the middle. Boom. And let's change the font size a little bit. And now, yeah, no, it's too big. Yeah, good. Now, the last part of this I'm going to show you is I go over to that layer box, whatever it is, all the way to the right. I'm going to press Shift, and while holding down Shift, I'm going to click on all of these. Yeah, okay, don't miss that. You need them all because I want to move them all together like that, see? And while still holding Shift, I'm going to try to make it as small as I can without the font falling out. Oops, see, yeah, you can't go too far. Boom. And there you go. Boom. That's for you, Staple Cult. The Joey Royale Poor Boy Swipe. Hello. Oh, yeah, I got to fix that hammer. All right. We'll talk soon. See you later.